tantarara. Ghafla Vicenti huna umerudi Tandale. Kitani umekosa jina umeuza magare.
Hi guys, welcome to Cooking with Zamzam. Today I'm going to show you how to make chicken curry and rice. It's an easy meal. It's a meal that you can cook in 30 minutes time. It's very convenient for people who don't have time, are always on the go. It's a really healthy and convenient meal. So walk with me through the journey of cooking the meal. And first we are going to start with marinating the chicken. So basically what we have here is lemon. We are going to put a bit of lemon on our chicken so that it can give that bitterish taste. A lot of people love that taste of lemon on the chicken, and it actually now gives it nice smell. So the lemon is always good to marinate with the chicken. You can use as many lemon as possible. It depends on how you want it to be. So for me, I'm just using 3 pieces of lemon. Make sure you remove the seeds so that it doesn't choke you. Make sure you have somewhere you can put your dirt because you don't want your kitchen to get messy. So right now I'm just putting the dirt aside, the used lemons. You'll have to mix the lemon and the chicken so that it can get it through. Then we'll have a bit of paprika. These items, I use all this to marinate my chicken to give it flavor. So I'll actually use a bit of everything, a tiny bit, a pinch of everything, so that it can give it taste. It's usually good to marinate your chicken a day before and put it somewhere in the fridge so that it can get tastier. The more it sits in the marination, the better. But today, since we are just doing this randomly, we just figured out we are going to do it right now, and we are going to leave it for a while, and that's when we'll cook it. So you'll just put a pinch of everything here. I'm going to show you all of them bit by bit. A tiny bit of everything, a tiny bit. You don't need a lot of them. So this is paprika, we have ginger, we have black pepper, we have turmeric, we have Royco, and we have curry powder. Let me put a pinch of curry powder. It's better if you don't know how to put the quantity, it's better you measure it with something so that later on you don't put too much or too little. So basically that's how our chicken looks like. We're going to leave it for a few minutes so that it can marinate really well, so that it can get that flavor we want. We're going to leave this for 10 minutes. Now the next step, we are going to grill our chicken. Make sure you're grilling on low heat. You don't want your chicken burnt, and sometimes if you have high heat, the chicken gets, it doesn't get cooked well. So first, ensure you have a bit of oil so that it doesn't stick on the pan. And as you can see, it has sat on the marination for like 10 minutes. It has catch a bit of color. That is why you need to marinate your chicken for long, preferably a day before. So now we'll just grill our chicken. I usually like to use olive oil cooking my food because it's a bit healthy than other oils. Our chicken is nice and brown, as you can see. It's cooked. So all you have to do is mix it with the curry sauce, and we are going to get it fully cooked with the curry sauce. This is enough for the first cooking. So now actually we are going to do the second phase of cooking. We are going to take our curry sauce. This is curry sauce. You can get it from the supermarket or you can make it at home. For me, I got it from the supermarket, but if you want, you can make it at home. At home, all you'll need is onion, you'll need tomato, and you'll need to boil onion and tomato together. After you boil them together, you'll blend them. So now what we'll actually do is we are going to put our curry sauce in this pot. We are going to boil it on medium heat. Our curry sauce, we just want it warm. After that, we're going to add our chicken. We are going to add milk to make it creamy, and then we are going to add cooking cream to give it more texture. We don't want it light, we want it heavy. And then we are going to add soy sauce to give it flavor. I use soy sauce as I don't use salt. I prefer using soy salt. I use it as salt. You can use it on behalf of salt. Then we're going to add coconut milk. This is coconut cream. After you add all that, leave it there for a while so that they can all boil together and get one consistency. We'll take a short commercial break, and when we come back, I'm going to show you how to make rice.
The elements of a new story include proximity, novelty, and time. So can anyone please tell us what novelty means in relation to a new story? Yes. How dare you make a mockery out of my class? Get out of here! Go!
I have something for you. You should try it.
Wow, it actually works in just a matter of seconds. Thanks, bro.
Siloxygen Gel. Instant relief to indigestion and irregular bowel movements. Try it today and experience the difference. Siloxygen. Hard to describe, easy to relieve. If symptoms persist, seek medical advice.
Actually, we are going to go ahead and cook our rice. I have 1 cup of rice here. Basically, how I measure my water in the rice is that if I'm cooking 1 cup of rice, I'll have 2 cups of water. With the same cup, I'll just measure with the same exact cup. If I'm cooking 2 cups of rice, I'm going to have 4 cups of water. So that is how basically it goes. You're just going to double the amount of rice you have, you're going to double it in the water. If it's 2 cups, you'll have 4 cups. If it's 1 cup, you're going to have 2 cups. So we'll go ahead and measure. Since we have 1 cup of rice, we're going to measure our water. We're going to have 2 cups of water. Add a bit of oil. And a bit of salt. So you'll add a bit of oil and a bit of salt. Oil is a personal preference. Some people love a bit of oil, some love oily food. So for me, I don't like too much oil in my rice. So I just put a bit of rice. You can measure it using spoonful, or you can actually measure it with your eye. That is much easier. So we are going to boil this water, and after the water boils, we are going to add our rice that is already prepared, that we have already removed the dirt from the rice. We are going to wash it and put it on the boiling water. So as you can see, the water is fully boiled, and I have my rice that is clean. I have actually washed the rice. So all we are going to do is we are going to put the rice inside the boiling water. This is just a meal for 1 person. Yep, so we have our rice inside the water. If you feel like the water is small, you can add a bit of water. If you feel like it's too much, you can remove some of the water. But right now, since we've done our measurements right, the water is just perfect. If you want to know the water is okay, you'll see the rice bubbling with the water. The rice will actually come up, it will bubble. You'll see it on top of the water. So basically, the rice I use is called sunrise basmati rice. Sorry, I cut my rice upside down. I think I was in a hurry. So yeah, I don't know if you can see that clearly. It's called sunrise. It's actually it's really good. I love this rice because it does not give you a lot of stress. You see the way some rice, you can actually have your water levels, you've measured your water, and still it's not going to come out the way you want it to come out. So this rice, basically, it does not give you trouble. When you measure your water right, then the rice will just come out perfect. So I recommend this basmati rice, sunrise basmati rice. So you'll actually check on your rice and see what's happening. So a lot of stirring up the rice is not good for the rice because it's going to break it. So minimize the all the stirring around. So our rice is ready. It's ready to be served. So I'm going to put it in this small bowl. This is how I measure. It's enough for one person, so I usually don't want to put a lot of food for one person. I don't like food remaining behind and going to waste, so I like to measure with this bowl, which is enough for one person. So the next thing is I'm just going to put it on the plate, just like that. The next thing is I'm going to put my curry sauce besides it. Voila, and our food is ready. So some people love their chicken curry with a bit of salsa on the side. Salsa is basically tomatoes, a bit of onion, and green chilies or red chilies, whatever you prefer. Kenyans, they call it kachumbari on the side. So we are going to cut a bit of kachumbari and we are going to serve our food. So this is parsley. I like to use parsley for my presentation after I'm done with putting the rice and everything in my plate. I like to take a bit of parsley and pour it on top of my chicken and on my rice to give it, you know, colorful presentation. And on the other hand, parsley is healthy, so basically it has a good smell. It's really good. I love it for my presentation. And the other thing I would love to share with you is the storage of parsley. And parsley, if you store it well, you can really have it for quite a long time. You don't need to buy parsley all the times. You just get a napkin and you know, put it inside the napkin very tightly, closely together. Just put it inside the napkin, and you can store it in the freeze and refrigerator, not the freezing part, but the other parts where you store your normal food. So this will give it a longer lifespan, and you don't need to buy parsley all day, every day, if you know how to store it well. So now I'm just going to cut my salsa. I prefer my salsa with just green chilies. I don't like onions, so if you want, you can put onions. I don't like the smell onions leave on my mouth, so I hardly use it. So we are going to cut it into little tiny bits.